Hello Precisioners and welcome back. Today we are looking at Acorn Park again for Precision Disc Golf. Now today I'm doing doubles practice. Actually my partner today is Kyle. Kyle and I are going to go for the Am World doubles title coming up here by Dynamic Discs. I want to say it starts in July. So we just decided we're going to throw our practice rounds, probably about one a week on video, and see how it goes. So anyway, you know, not going to be a lot of commentary like a typical course review, but I'll try and highlight a little bit. So a couple things. Kyle's a lefty, so lucky me. Good putter, good thrower, just a great partner. So honestly, I'm just thrilled to have him on my side. I think we're going to be a strong pairing. And, you know, honestly, today we didn't shoot super hot. You know, it wasn't awful, it wasn't great, but we took some
very good about
very
that.
bad throws on both of our parts, and it was just one of those things. But we also had a few really good runs, so I'm pleased to be showing you the footage. For instance, this is going to be a perfect example of some holes that, you know, we both expect to execute on, but, you know, we're still working on some strategy and stuff if you would like. But up shots like this, you know, I nicked a branch, Kyle nicked a branch, and, you know, we definitely shouldn't be taking fours if we want to compete at the stage that we're hoping for. On the other hand, a hole like this where, you know, this should be an easy righty hole for me, and we ended up taking Kyle's drive because my drive, I just bombed dead straight. It was a horrible throw. So anyway, thankfully he at least had a putt, but, you know, he's still able to convert this 40-foot putt
all day
with a low ceiling. So, you know, that's why doubles is fun. It also can cover for some really bad throws. But if you'll notice, you know, Kyle's he throws a lot of rocks for mids. He sort of cycles and has a bunch of different ones.
Boom, boom.
He putts with wizards really well. And actually, when we do like a doubles challenge or something, I'll get him on the mic with me, and we can sort of walk through all the different throws together. But he's a great guy to play with. I'm really thrilled to go through and see where we go with everything. But a hole like this, like, you know, hit a branch unlucky, and just couldn't make the upshot between the two of us, so leaving ourselves 35-40 footers is in the end of the world. Even when it's breezy like this, like, we didn't have a lot of excuses for us to be missing putts like that and taking fours, but I think we'll get better over time. But, you know, then on a hole like this, we're both able to give it runs.
Is it so windy for a putter shot?
I tell you, that was just perfect. Right before Kyle threw that, he was saying, I don't know, might be too windy to throw a putter, and I'm like, well, if you ace it, it's not it's not too bad. But again, you know, a hole like this, like, Kyle hit an early tree. My throw ended up kicking a tree on the way back in. And this is a long putt for a 180-foot hole. Almost never have to make it, so glad it worked out. But it's definitely one of those things where a tricky little technical course, if you're just slightly off, can really bite you.
Get through it.
And there, like, yeah, I mean, I barely got through. It was not a clean drive, but it had a result that we could putt. And I think that's sort of been my mode of operation, is no matter what, at least try to give us a putt for the most part. Obviously, we don't execute universally well, but I think as a general rule, we do a really good job.
A bunch of places, state.
I'm trying to hold the camera and putt there, so that's why that looked ridiculous. This hole, I actually think I showed both of our drives, so because I thought I was going to be parked, and I thought Kyle's a little short, but his ended up perfect, and mine ended up deep and so far behind a tree it was almost unputtable, so I ended up taking Kyle's. But yeah, it's so nice to be able to just choose which putt has a better line, you know, if they're somewhat similar in distance.
Yeah.
And boom, look at Kyle go. He's a great putter. And boy, having that lefty is just a treat. Even in this hole, like, you know, I left myself a tester in singles. This is probably 20-25 feet or something.
Yeah.
And, you know, I have zero worries that we won't make it in dubs. So yeah, it's plus it's just a lot of fun to watch all of the opposite lines than I normally would throw, because, you know, Kyle has a different game even than most four-handers. He throws a really good, like, tight S game, and so, you know, he doesn't need to just throw huge hyzers up on every hole. This one I actually, when I was going through and taking out the footage I wasn't going to use, I actually deleted the wrong video. I actually used Kyle's drive, which got up a little further up the hill. Not much, but it was up there. And
Perfect.
So anyway, you get to see my fail drive and Miss Kyle's slightly better drive that also kicked a tree. Yeah, this hole's great. I've kind of learned the touch on the forehand on this. I just have to throw it sort of like a, I don't know, second base to first base level to not overthrow it, and it seems to get there pretty well now, so that's fun. This one we got totally robbed on. We should have had a 2 on 17 here. Throwing a shock. It's kind of like a T-Bird 3, I guess, is probably the closest equivalent, I guess.
Yeah.
And it looks perfect, but it hits nothing and goes deep, and then we've got this giant comebacker. And both Kyle and I had the same putts. It was just ridiculous. So, anyway, 18-2 got just completely robbed. When I throw this, I thought it was just parked. Well, parked meaning like a perfect drive for me. And then it caught the wind and just crushed right. So we had a little tough angle and footing trying to get up there. And yeah, neither Kyle or I could throw a shot through the gap. So anyway, 3-4s out here is not what we want to see. But otherwise, it was a pretty decent round. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Again, I'll get Kyle on the mic with me, and we'll do more in depth of a couple courses I haven't reviewed before. But thank you so much for watching, and hopefully you enjoy sharing the journey.